We're going to complete this game for sure. Ah, we're going to die in this game for sure. I'm hiding. He won't see me. He won't see me. He won't see me. He won't see me. Oh my god. He's... Guys. Shh. I don't think he's seen me. I don't think he's seen me. Let's bomb Aberdeen. There we go. Some kid's going to find that in the morning. Some kid's going to find that in the morning and be scarred for life. Yeah, how do you like electricity? Want some more? Well, you have to wait for it to recharge, I'm afraid. But then I'll shoot you again. Hello? Oh my god, he's cut in half and he's got a TV for a head! What the fuck is going on here? Be seeing you, friendo. No, no. I can go through the water then, can't I? I just shouldn't, really. Fuck it, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're going to sprint through this water. We're not sprinting through the water.
A bad name for a proctologist, Dr. Blank. Time to vote.
Doctor, stick a finger up your bum. I mean, that's the perfect name for him, really. No, naughty, naughty, spanky, spanky. I just smacked myself on my right nut. Oh my god, that's my good one. That's my good one as well. Let's head to the lights. I think we're safe where the lights are, aren't we? Ah! I just had, as I often do, just before a stream, like a last minute poo. A last minute poo, and I nearly had a push through. As you leave the Jolly Roger, you feel someone pulling on your jerkin. Excuse me, pulling on my what? I mean, I don't know the intricacies of it. I'm not a lady, and I've never cared to ask any ladies that I've been intimate with. But do ladies like to sometimes sneak a shotgun shell into their packet of tampons and play Russian roulette? Hello, there's a bucket here. Can we shit in the bucket? Can we shit in the bucket? I'm pressing all these butons. What's the shit button? What's the shit button? Look at him. Fucking peeping Tom. Oh, fuck me! Did you see his face? Your dog's just done a shit. You've got to clean that up. And he hasn't taken kindly to that. He's like, don't you fucking tell me what to do with my own dog shit. I'm like, mate, come on. Keep Britain tidy. Put it in the bin. Pick it up, bag it, bin it. And he's like, I'll just kill you then. If nobody's seen my dog take a shit, I won't have to clean it up. So I'll kill all the witnesses. Well, we'll see how that works out. Now we've both got wet and I've taken plenty of pictures of her, I'm going to put my hands in her box. A chicken's arsehole is not refrigerated, Rex, so why should I put my eggs in the fridge? I miss what's happening, but there's a pig involved somehow. We've got toilet roll for everybody! Have as much shit as you want. Oh! Fuck off! Oh my god, I didn't even get a picture of any of them. It's burned. The pizza's burned. What do you want? You want pizza? You want pizza? I ain't got enough pizza now. I'm gonna have to make another pizza. No! Oh, I burned this one too! I just burned this one too! Oh god, that's awful. What's in here? Oh my god! Sometimes a guy can say something to me, and it's the first thing that pops into my head is I need this guy's dick in my mouth. Hello, fellow Nazi. Who are you? Hello. Hello. Nice jugs. nice jugs. Just the one jug, actually. Where's he going to put that? Where's he going to put that? Keep me safe, dear. Alright, back down on the pillow. Should we turn the light back on? Right, now are there creatures in the bushes? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! I've tried distracting him with these monkeys, but he hit... I just poked myself in the eye. Don't come any closer. Don't come any closer. I don't want to have to brain you, but I'll do it. I've got a board with a nail through it, alright? And I'm not afraid to defend myself. You had your chance. Oh my god, they just fucking pissed on me. Can we ride the cow? Ahoy, 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 Dumpy, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much appreciated. And guys, you've probably just seen in the chat, 1 week from today, it'll be our 8th annual Jumbo Gaming Marathon Extravaganza. Tex Turner. And thank you for the follow earlier as well. How do you do? How do you do? Well, guys, I was saying, we are 1 week away from our 8th 24-hour charity live stream, and this year we're supporting Special Effect, who are a fantastic charity who help those with physical disabilities play video games, also stop them feeling isolated so they can join in stuff with their friends at school, and they can control technology with shit like their eyes. It's really, really cool charity. But tonight, we're doing a little bit of reading. Tonight. We're reading this Terror of the Ice Pirate. This one, written by me. You can buy this. You don't need to, because I'm going to read it tonight. Shall we get into it? So if ever you've done a fighting fantasy book before, we've done several of them, you'll know they're very hard, or maybe I'm just very bad at them. So this is along the same lines as a fighting fantasy book, but my mechanics are much more simplified and they're easier. It's not cheating, because they're the actual rules now, so we can do it how we want. We've basically got 3 stats to keep track of. We've got our hero points, which is the little sword. We've got our health points. You've ordered it, and you've also entered it on star. I assume that was a website of some sort. But thank you for entering it on star. I appreciate that. And we've got our fate points, which are basically our cheat points, which we can use to reroll dice or cheat death, or maybe turn back the page if we made a bad decision. Now, the thing is, I know the decisions in this because I wrote it. So maybe there are no bad decisions. Maybe we'll just die from doing combat, or maybe who knows? Who knows what will happen? We'll see. We'll just have a fun adventure, shall we? Anyway, here's the cover. This is it. Terror of the Ice Pirate. This is book 1. This is book 1 in a planned series of standalone adventures, but they're building up to something. There'll be a final showdown with a behind-the-scenes big boss that you might see some hints of in this story. Hello, AK, how are you? You're just in time. We're about to start doing another adventure game book. This one, written by yours truly, Terror of the Ice Pirate. It's available now at a very reasonable price on Amazon, but you don't need to buy it, is what I was saying, because I'm reading it now, and we should do okay, because I know the way to go. How does the book smell? That was the first thing I did when I got it. I smelled it. I love smelling new books. But let me just do a re-smell for you. I think most of the smell's gone now, but I've got like another 3 back here, so I can smell a newer one. But this was the first one off the press, so we're going to read this one. Though. So let's get rid of... We'll keep the cover up for now, shall we? Just so you can admire the lovely ice pirate. So, simplified rules. We'll go over them very, very quickly. In combat, we've got our hero score. Mine is 2 at the moment. Enemies have their enemy score. That could be something that's more than 2, quite likely. We just have to beat the difference between our scores. So if they've got 4, I've got to get 3 or more. And anything over that difference, that's the damage I do to them. Make sense? Good. And then if I fail, the number I fail by is the damage they do to me. So, shall we start? Terror of the Ice Pirate. We've got several hundred pages in here. Only a few pictures as well. I thought we might have to pad it out a bit, but we didn't have to. So, let's see. On this adventure, we begin with a hero score of 2. We've got health points of 10, and we've got fate points of 5. We've got, if I get rid of the cover now, a sword, a backpack. I mean, basically the piece of paper is counting as our backpack. We've got 10 gold coins, and we've got 2 health potions, which we can use anytime we want to recover 5 health points. Now, let me tell you about fate points, guys. They represent your luck or your chance in the game, and they can be used to alter the outcome of a dice roll or gain a small advantage in combat. And we can use them for 4 things, unless you want to house rule it and use them for whatever you want. But basically, you can increase a dice roll by 1. Which you must decide before rolling. You can re-roll a dice, but you must accept your second roll. At certain points, you might be prompted in an adventure if you want to use one, maybe for good or bad. You don't know till you choose. Or at the point of death, you can return to the previous option and change your mind. That's the important one. We like to do that in these books. But anyway, let's read the introduction. We start with the background, as these books often do. You can tell we haven't copied their format entirely, but we're very close to it. It's a fitting homage tribute to fighting fantasy books. So As the dark clouds part and the morning sun breaks through the sky, you can't help but feel a sense of excitement wash over you. You've been trudging through the wilderness for 3 long days, following a cryptic message from a courier promising gold and adventure in the town of Edgevale. Your skills as a seasoned adventurer have been in high demand lately, and you're more than ready for a new challenge. The note you received was vague, but the promise of gold up front and the allure of a new adventure was too good to pass up. As you crest the rocky hill, the small town of Edgevale comes into view. Nestled in the valley below, it's a popular stop for traders travelling between Meadowgate and River's End. You make your way down the hill, your boots crunching on the rocky path. Hello, Jaime, how are you? We're just starting to read my book, so I hope you've got a hot cup of cocoa and you're ready for a bedtime story. As you approach the town, you feel the eyes of the locals on you. They're not used to seeing outsiders like you in these parts, and it's clear they're trying to figure out what you're doing here. You're wearing your trusty leather armour, battered and scarred from countless battles, and your sword hangs at your side, chipped and nicked from years of use. Are you here for Sidel? A young boy asks as you pass by. When you nod, he beckons you to follow. How am I? I'm doing very well, thanks friend. I'm doing very well. It's half term this week, so Mini Rusty's not been at school. I've got the day off tomorrow, so we're going to go swimming, and I'm going to treat her to her very first game of Hero Quest. She might be a bit young for it, so maybe we'll simplify the rules a bit for her for that, but I think she'll really enjoy a bit of dungeon crawling. Looks smashing. I had a bit of a trim. Yeah, do you like it? Do you like it? Looks a bit neat, doesn't it? Anyway, this boy, he leads you down a side street and up an alley, stopping at a splintered wooden door. He knocks 3 times, and a voice from inside says, "Enter!" You step inside. You're greeted by a dimly lit room. A single lamp sits on a small table in the middle of the room, casting shadows on the curtains covering the windows. An elderly man in a high-backed chair beckons you to sit opposite him. We got a picture of him. So, like we normally do in the Fighting Fantasy guys, I'll show you the pictures that are in this book. However, there are pictures that we'll get to in our adventure tonight that didn't make it to the book, because we didn't want to pad it out with too many pictures, and we wanted to keep the price down for everybody, didn't we? So you'll be seeing some brand new art that isn't even in this book, but it was intended for the book. So you take a seat and get a good look at your host. Sidel Cavius is a small, hunched-over man with a pipe in one hand and a cane in the other. His once fine robes are worn and tattered with age, the bright red colour faded. "Thank you for coming," he says in a frail voice. "I'm Sidel Cavius, town elder, former adventurer and a renowned scholar. I trust you've come for the promise of adventure rather than just the gold." He takes a puff on his pipe and chuckles to himself before reaching into his robe and pulling out a small leather pouch. "Here's 50 gold pieces, half payment up front for what I'm sure will be an easy task for someone of your skills." Can you get the edition that's only pictures? That would probably be a much better read, if I'm honest. Sidel sits up straight in his chair, his expression grave. He takes a draw from his pipe before speaking. "I've seen many dangers come and go in my time as a town elder, but none have caused us as much fear and worry as the Ice Pirate. His ship, the Frostfire, has been spotted off our shores more and more frequently in recent months, and his crew of undead sailors have been raiding our fishing boats and terrorizing our villages. We've tried to defend ourselves, of course, but the Ice Pirate's powers are beyond our understanding. His body's made of ice, and he can conjure blizzards and frost with a mere gesture. Our weapons shatter against his icy form, and our spells seem to have no effect on him. But the greatest threat he poses is not to our bodies, but to our souls. It's said that the Ice Pirate is undead, a being brought back by a dark magic. Those who fall into his hands are never seen again, and it is whispered that he feeds on their life force to sustain his own unnatural existence. We've heard of a weapon, the Inferno Blade, that's said to be capable of melting the Ice Pirate's icy form and destroying him for good. But the blade is said to be guarded by a series of deadly traps and guardians, and finding it will be no easy task. We beg of you, brave adventurer, to undertake this quest and rid us of the Ice Pirate's threat. The safety and prosperity of our village depends on it." Ooh, that's the setup, guys. That's the setup. And what did we just get off Sidel? We got 50 fucking gold. That takes us up to 60 gold pieces. We're living the dream. We're living the dream. Now we turn over. We begin the adventure proper. As you step out into the streets of Edgevale, your mind is heavy with the weight of the task laid before you. The town elder's words still ring in your ears. The threat of the ice pirate. An undead being with the power to conjure blizzards and feed off the life force of others hangs heavy over the town. You know that finding the Inferno Blade, the only weapon rumoured to be able to destroy the ice pirate, is your only chance at ridding the town of this danger. You keep thinking about the game doing Among the Dead by Dave Morris. I'll be honest, the only game books I've read are fighting fantasy ones. I've done one of Joe Deva's ones, the Lone Wolf ones. So I've not really spread my wings into the vast pool of other game books. But still, if it reminds you of another, probably better book, well, I'll take that as a win. I'll take that as a win. Where were we? But where to start? The town guard seems to have been unable to defend against the pirates' attacks, and the thought of facing off against an undead being with magical powers leaves you feeling uneasy. You need to gather more information before you can hope to succeed in this quest. Perhaps speaking with the town guards, or seeking out others who faced the ice pirate in the past will provide some leads. Or maybe there are those in town with knowledge of dark magic, who could shed some light on how the pirate was resurrected and how to defeat him. The answers you seek may not be easy to find, but you know they are vital to your mission. With determination in your heart, you set out to uncover the clues that will guide you on your journey. So, we've got 3 choices here, guys, and maybe you guys want to make a decision here, because obviously I could pick the best choices every time. But that wouldn't be such a thrilling adventure, would it? So, to get to the bottom of the attacks, we could speak to the guards and see what they know. Or maybe we're interested in tracking down the Inferno Blade. Or have we got a hunch that the key to defeating the ice pirate lies in understanding the dark magic that brought him back? So we can talk to town guards, we can try and find out more about this Inferno Blade, or we can try and find out more about dark magic. What do you think? What do you think? Let me take a sip of Pepsi from my Batman glass. You think the third one? Find out, and you think the third one as well, Tex. Is it Tex or Text? Tex is easier for me to say. It hasn't got a hard T on the end then. So we think dark magic. Okay. You decide to seek out knowledge on the dark magic that may have brought the ice pirate back from the dead. The town's library, with its extensive collection of scrolls, books and knowledgeable scholars, is the perfect place to start your research. You make your way to the library, eager to uncover any clues that may help you. You don't think we're ready yet? Well, we'll see. I mean, you don't even know if we're ready for this. You might not have a library card. Did you think of that? No. You enter the grand hall of the Edgevale Library, your footsteps echoing off the polished stone floor. You've heard that this is the place to go for knowledge, and you feel the answers you seek about the ice pirate and dark magic may be found within these walls. As you approach the desk, a small man in a light brown robe looks up with curious eyes. "Greetings, traveller," he says, his voice soft and refined. "I am Abius, one of the librarians here. How may I be of assistance?" So they don't have a day pass fee. I mean, you can just go in there and read what you want, but you haven't got a card. You can't take anything out. Text is good for me. Text is good for me. All right, good. So we can inquire about the notorious ice pirate, or we can delve into the subject of dark magic. So do we want to get straight to the point of the villain, or do we want to go around the subject a bit deeper and dark magic? What do you think, chaps? I mean, they're both good for me. I'm just going to get my finger in both pages so I'm ready, quick as a flash, to go to where we want to go. Oh, excuse me. Both isn't an option? It's not. No, it's one or the other. Should we continue talking about dark magic? That is what we wanted to do, isn't it? In the first place. That's what brought us to the library. So, dark magic. It's a dangerous and forbidden practice. It's said, hello Jedi, it's said to be able to bring the dead back to life, but at great cost and consequence. It's not something to be trifled with. Archons are skilled practitioners of magic, studying for many years to master the craft. Myrina is one such Archon. She's known to frequent a place called the Red Hand, a gambling den here in Edgevale. It's not a place for the faint of heart, and I recommend caution if you decide to seek her out. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're heading, that is the only choice now, to the Red Hand in search of Myrina. Jedi, how are you? I hope you're doing well, mate. I hope you're doing well. And don't forget, call in sick. Call in sick from work next week, next Thursday, because it will be our 24-hour live stream. You got the book today. Did you order it? Mate, we're reading it right now. We're reading it. You should tune out. You should tune out. You know, you'll get spoilers. The thing is, I'm not taking the best option necessarily. Already, there's a better way we could have gone. But you know, this is what happens when I leave my fate in your hands, guys. Oh, that's so nice of you that you bought it. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you get further than I do. We're going through today, and actually, there are pictures we'll bring up today that didn't make it into the book. So this is like the director's cut extended edition. Go left and explore the hut. Can you believe it, Dumpy? We can do that later on in the story. There's no bubblegum or handy J's though. That'll be book 2. You head to the seedier side of Edgevale, where the shadows seem to linger and the buildings lean in close. Here you come upon a run-down establishment known as the Red Hand. The stench of ale and sweat greets you as you push open the door and step inside. You scan the room, noting the various lowlifes scattered throughout. You then spot a hooded figure in the corner, her gaze fixed upon you with cold intensity. Do we get closer to the figure, or do we scan the room for other potential sources of information? What do you think, guys? Do we want to speak to the obviously shady character, or do we want to see who else is about? Let me know. Let me know when I have another sip from the famous Batman glass. Why is it famous? Because Batman's famous. That's the answer. I mean, the glass in of itself is nothing. You think scan? Alright, let's see who else there is. You scan the room for anyone who might be more inclined to speak with you. The dice game in the corner seems like it could be run by a couple of sharp-eyed gamblers, but you're not sure if they're the type to share information. The innkeeper's busy tending to the needs of his patrons, and the rest of the room is filled with revelers who seem more interested in getting drunk than chatting with an adventurer. You'll have to be careful who you approach if you want to learn anything. Do we want to throw our luck in with the dice game, or try our luck with the innkeeper? Oh, everybody's here today. The first one, what, get into the dice game? Alright, well, we are going all in for shady characters according to Dumpy, and they're not much shadier than these gambling types, are they? Alright, we'll turn to 54 for the dice game. We've got some. God, can you hear that coughing? That's Mini Rusty next door. Coughing her fucking guts up. Keep it down. Keep it down. Shh, keep it down. Right, here we are. There's 3 men. 3 men. You approach the table where 3 rough-looking men are engaged in a heated game of dice. As you approach, they eye you warily, clearly suspicious of outsiders interrupting their game. "What do you want, stranger?" growls one of the men, his hand hovering over the hilt of his sword. Do we ask to join their game, or do we ask about something else? I mean, they don't appear to be that friendly. I'll be honest, but I think I can see where it's going to go, guys. I think you're gonna. What are the something else options? So we don't know yet until we decide that. When we make that decision, then we'll see what there is to ask. So we can join their game or ask them about something. Yeah. Sorry. You want first gaming? All right, let's get gaming. Let's get gaming. This is a good route, by the way, guys. The man's rough exterior and greedy eyes suggest he's no stranger to gambling. He beckons you over to the table with a sly smile. "Think you've got what it takes to win big?" he asks. "We'll be playing take everything. Have you got the gold to cover your bets?" We have. We've got loads of gold. We've got 60 gold right now. We've got 60 gold. Because we got half payment up front. We don't even need to do the quest. We can just quit now and we're ahead. We've won. To buy in will cost 1 gold, and we need to keep track of how much is in the pot. So we can ask how to play, we can ante up, or don't join the game and just leave the men alone. So up to you guys. Do you want to ask them how to play, or do you want us to dive straight in, or leave the men alone? Because we don't want any part. We don't want any part of this stuff. Don't want any part of this shit they're into. Straight in. All right, we're going to ante up. So it costs one coin to get in. Somebody keep track of this for me then, because I'm not prepared. Right, turn to 105. You've got gold. Let's see if you've got luck too, says the man, as he pushes a single gold coin towards the pot. You place one of your coins in the pot too. Deduct it from your sheet. I should probably keep up with this as we go in then. So that takes us to 59. Okay, now we roll a dice and we turn to the correct corresponding page. So let's roll a die. We rolled a 1. Another one, you ask, pulling out a gold coin and tossing it into the pot. I'm in. The man nods and the game continues, with the players taking turns rolling the dice and adding more gold to the pot with each roll that isn't a 6. The tension in the room grows as the stakes get higher and higher, with everyone eager to see who will be the one to take everything and emerge as the victor. Remove 1 gold from your sheet. Again, alright. Can't keep up with this. We had Butons ready for the Fighting Fantasy ones. So we can carry on playing, or we can stop talking anytime we want and talk to the innkeeper. But I think we've just put a coin in, so let's roll again. Another 1. So we're here. So that's another 1 down. I'm just gonna mentally keep track of this. A 2. We turn to 205. Excuse me. Looks like you'll need to put in another 2 coins, says the man with a sly smile. The stakes are rising. Then we remove 2 gold from our sheet. Shit. We do play until 6. That's we can either play until 6, at which point we win, or we can stop playing whenever we want and talk to the innkeeper. I'm not going to keep track of the gold right now. We've got plenty to cover us. We've got like 60 gold we started with. So we'll keep on going till we get that 6. So roll a 2. That's another 2 in. We'll keep going. A 5. Oh, what happens at a 5? You think I'd remember this game? By the gods! Exclaims the man, throwing his hands up in frustration. Your fortune favours you this day. Take 2 coins from the pot as your prize. And then we roll again. Oh my god, look, we're getting a little bit of cash back. A little bit of cash back. There's another 5. We'll take another 2 back. Thank you very much. Should we keep going? Look at this. Is there a number of rolls for someone else rolls a 6? No, they'll never. Oh, we just rolled 1. Nobody ever rolls a 6 except us. So really, it's on the player, aka you, to decide how long you want to keep playing until you get a 6, or to just give up and talk to the innkeeper. But we got a 6 eventually. We're not going to sit here forever and just keep on rolling dice. Roll a 6, turn to 82. Looks like that's a 6, you say, as you reach for the pile of coins in the center of the table. Now, I was keeping a very loose count, but I'm pretty sure there was 1,000 gold in that pot, guys. So I think we're definitely in the money here. The man slams his hands down on the coins before you can reach them. You think you can just waltz in here and take everything? The man sneers. I've got some valuable information that could be worth more than a few measly coins. What do you say, adventurer? Are you willing to gamble your winnings for a chance at something even greater? Are we? Do we take the winnings and leave, or do we trade our winnings for information? What do you reckon? We're on bullseye now. I know. We could get. Do we gamble? Gamble, gamble. We want to take the winnings. No? We're going to trade the winnings, aren't we? We're gambling for the speedboat. What's the man got to tell us? We turn to 256. Alright, you win, grumbles one of the gamblers. We'll trade you some information for your winnings, but be warned, it ain't cheap. So he's taken all of the money. The other 2 nod in agreement. We know why you're here, says another. You're after the ice pirate, right? Well, we've heard a rumour that the Inferno Blade is in Red Rock. That might be your best bet in taking down that scoundrel. And if you want to find out more, you should speak to Amir, adds the third. He's a trader in Red Rock, but be careful. We've heard he's tight with the Guardians of Flame. Ooh. Amir. We should write that down. That's important to remember. Amir. Now, we've got a lead. We're going to find passage to Red Rock. If I can find the page. Find the bloody page. You know that Red Rock is your next destination, and you need to find a quicker way to get there than on foot. You head to the market square and look for the town's notice board. As you scan the bills that have been posted, you notice that Thomas is hiring out his wagon and offering his services as a driver for a reasonable fee. You make a mental note of his location by the town gate at the stables, and decide to waste no time seeking him out. Hey, his name's Thomas, just like me. Who'd have thought? What coincidence. You make your way to the town gate and soon spot Thomas's wagon. He's a grizzled older man with a rough appearance, but he seems to be in good spirits. You ask him about hiring his services for the journey to Red Rock, and he nods in agreement. I can get you there in a day, he says, but it'll cost you. I'll need 2 gold coins up front, and you'll have to pay for the horse's food and board along the way. You agree to the terms and hand over the coins, eager to embark on your journey to find the Inferno Blade. We need to remove 2 gold from our sheet. It's not entirely up to date after that gambling game, but we'll update it from this total, shall we? Turn to 49. For if Thomas turns out to be the hero. Well, we'll find out what happens to Thomas, shall we? Sitting in the back of the wagon, you feel a sense of comfort. Thomas's horses are strong and steady, and the rocking of the wagon lulls you into a peaceful state. The sights and sounds of nature pass you by as you travel deeper into the forest outside Edgevale, the sun shining through the canopy above. Your rest earns you 4 health points. We haven't lost any health points yet, because we haven't had any fights yet. We could have had some fights, guys. We missed out. But as the journey continues, a chill begins to seep into the air. The horses start to whine and stamp their feet, sensing something amiss. Thomas curses and jumps down from the driver's seat to investigate. As you peer through the misty veil ahead, you realise that you've stumbled upon a treacherous stretch of land, shrouded in an otherworldly fog. It's clear that you'll need to proceed with caution if you hope to make it through unscathed. Do we follow Thomas into the mist, or do we stay behind and keep watch? The choice is, unfortunately, yours. I need to see, what is that? 3 things. So what do you reckon, guys? You would think follow Thomas? We are a brave adventurer, after all, aren't we? We're not going to hang back. We're not hanging back. You jump down from the wagon and see that Thomas is no longer moving. As you get closer, you see that Thomas has been turned to ice, his face frozen in a terrified expression. You hear a noise behind you and turn to see 2 undead pirates emerging from the mist, their bodies blue and their bones sharp with icicles. They screech at you and charge. That's not them. That's them! Ah! We've got a combat coming up, guys. We're fighting dead skeleton ice pirates. Not the ice pirate, though. The undead pirates are ghastly creatures with blue, frostbitten skin stretched tight over their bones. They have sharp icicles jutting out from their joints, and their eyes glow with a sinister, otherworldly light. They seem to have no care for their safety, attacking with reckless abandon and screaming as they charge towards you. Despite their decayed appearance, they are formidable opponents, able to withstand multiple blows and continue fighting on. Ooh. You must now fight the pirates one at a time. Of course, we've got to fight them one at a time. So remember, we have a hero score of 2. Now, we could have taken another route in town and already have had a hero score of 3, but you guys fucked me by picking the wrong thing, right? So thanks for that. So we roll a dice, we have to beat the difference between the enemy scores, and anything over is the damage we do. So pirate number 1 has a enemy score of 3, so we've got a difference of 1. So basically, so long as we roll more than 1, we're doing damage to him. He's got 7 life. So let's roll a die. Pow! That's 3 damage. Easy street. Easy street. In fact, this one isn't gonna... He's not gonna hurt us, is he? Because even if we roll a 1, that is the difference. So we can just keep rolling till he's dead. Boom. Number 1 dead. Ice Pirate number 2 has an enemy score of 4. So we need to roll at least 2 to damage him. But he's got a life of 6. Well, let's hope we get some high rolls, though. So, pow! That's a 5. What's that? 3 damage? And a 2. Oh, that's equal. No damage there. And a 6. That'll do. That'll finish him off. Bye. You're dead. They disappeared. If you survive, we did. Turn to 90. And we didn't take any hits, which is nice. You lay the frozen body of Thomas to rest by the side of the road. His death, a harsh reminder of the dangers ahead. The thought of leaving him alone in the wilderness weighs heavy on your heart. You do what you can, covering his body with branches and fallen leaves in a small yet honourable funeral. Then you return to the wagon and push on to Red Rock with steely determination. The memory of Thomas's last moments and the knowledge he'll not have a proper burial haunts you as you make your way towards your destination. How many sections together? I was hoping to get a nice round number, but I didn't want to end up padding it out. So 277 sections, over like that many pages, whatever that is. What happened? Yeah, Thomas died. So we went to follow as he walked into the mist, and when we discovered him, unfortunately, AK, he was frozen, completely turned to ice. So yeah, he's dead. And there's you going, oh, he's the hero of the story. Well, are you happy now? Are you happy now? That's what happened. Because you say stuff like that without thinking. Yeah? Could he not be defrosted? No, he was completely turned to ice. He wasn't just frozen. That was it. He's gone. He's written out of the story. Okay? I killed him off. Right? There's only one Thomas here. That's me. Alright? Not some fake Thomas. Search the pirates for treasure. It's not an option, mate. There is loot to be found in the story. Sometimes, spoiler alert, you'll be given quite a clear direction of where to be going and sort of what direction to be looking for. But obviously, if you explore, maybe ignore that advice, you might find some good loot. But also, you might find certain death. So, you know, it's risky. It's risky. That's not how science works. It's how science works in Fantasyland. Is how it works, alright? As you approach Red Rock, you're struck by the imposing walls that encircle the town. Built from a deep red stone, they tower above you, casting long shadows in the setting sun. The town's located in a desert region, and you can see the high walls help protect it from frequent sandstorms. The gates are open and you pass through, the sound of the horses' hooves clattering on the hard-packed dirt of the street. So we stole Thomas's horse. And cart, by the way. He didn't need it anymore. He's dead. The streets are bustling with merchants and traders, each hawking their wares in loud voices. The buildings are tall, many of them multi-storied, with balconies and terraces overlooking the streets. The town has a fortress-like castle in the centre that's off limits. The air is thick with the scent of spices and incense, making it clear this is a town of wealth and trade. Does the name Amir mean anything to you? Yes, it does. We can turn to 121. Because we've heard of Amir. Those guys, the dice guys, the gambling guys told us about Amir. Let's hope it wasn't bad information. As you make your way through the crowded streets of Red Rock, the heat of the desert sun beating down on you, you keep your eye out for any signs of a trader by the name of Amir. The Red Hand's patrons had spoken of him as a valuable source of information in your quest, and you're determined to find him. I am determined to find him. As you make your way through the crowd, searching for a man by the name of Amir, the bazaar is a maze of tents and stalls, each offering something unique. You pass a blacksmith, a weapons merchant, I mean they could be the same thing to be honest, that's not that unique a thing, and a vendor selling rare herbs and potions. You manage to haggle and get a single health potion for a good price. Well, that's good, isn't it? It doesn't say what price, so we did well there. We did well there with our proofreading, but we've got 3 health potions out of it now. We're doing good. Not that we need them, we haven't taken a hit. Finally, you come upon a large tent at the centre of the bazaar, a sign above it reading, Amir, trader of exotic goods. You step inside, your eyes adjusting to the dim light, and spot a man sitting at a small table, surrounded by treasures from all over the land, and there he is. That's Amir. That's our guy. The man before you stands tall and proud, his lean frame clad in desert garb. A long white tunic tucked neatly into loose-fitting trousers billows behind him in the desert winds. He cuts a striking figure with sharp features and a small battle-worn scar above his left eyebrow. The looks in his eyes speaks of a man who has seen much in his travels and emerged victorious. "Welcome, traveller," he says. "I am Amir, purveyor of exotic goods and rare treasures. If you've sought me out, I assume you have an appreciation for the finer things, and the coin to acquire them. Do we want to ask him about his wares, or ask him about the Inferno Blade?" He is a valuable source of information, apparently. But he's also got some good shit from the sounds of it. Well, from his own mouth, granted, so he could be chatting shit, I don't know. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the picture. What kind of wares could he have? It looks like he's just sitting there eating his lunch right now. Can we buy his lunch off him? Ask what? Ask about his wares or ask about the blade? They will both ask questions as you see text, but both of them. I see. You're like AK. You want to ask about. Where's the option with both? There isn't one. There isn't one. We have to pick. Sometimes in life you have to make the tough decisions. It's both possible. Maybe. You never know. One may lead to the other, but you need to just be brave. You need to be brave and choose one to start with and hope that it leads to the other one. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it leads to another encounter. Who knows where this one might lead. We think wares. Ask him about his wares. Alright. I'll ask him about his wares. Amir's tent is a treasure trove of exotic goods from far-off lands. He has racks of finely crafted weapons glinting in the sunlight, shelves stacked high with glittering trinkets and jewellery, and baskets overflowing with rare spices and herbs. As you browse through his wares, Amir regales you with stories of his travels and his adventures acquiring these items. But as you linger, he starts to suspect that you have another purpose for seeking him out. With a knowing glint in his eye, he concludes, "Perhaps there's something else that brings you to my humble tent, my friend." Do we tell him the real reason for our visit, or do we deny it and keep looking around, say, no, I am just here browsing, I'm window shopping? So do we want to get to the point and ask him about the Inferno Blade, or play it cool? Ask him about his bountiful rack. I want to hear about his wife's rack. Maybe that would be in book 2, Amir's wife. The real reason does make sense, doesn't it? You like to have options. Well, I like to have options, but also you have to just sometimes just pick the lesser of two evils. You have to just go for one. Go with your gut sometimes. So we could tell him the real reason for our visit. Alright. Amir's demeanour shifts in an instant, his hand snatching up a concealed dagger and pressing it to your throat with lightning speed. His eyes narrow as he hisses through gritted teeth. "What do you know of this blade? Who sent you? Speak quickly before I decide you're not worth keeping alive." Do we remain calm and negotiate with Amir, or do we try to disarm Amir? That took a bit of a turn, didn't it? Be honest with him. Honesty maybe not the best policy. We've got a knife to our throat right now. But are we gonna keep our cool? Are we gonna keep our cool? You think keep cool? I mean, what would you do in real life? I'll tell you, I used to work with an Albanian chef called Urim. Everyone called him Jimmy because Urim is a silly name in this country, if I'm honest. And so it was the two of us working in this pub kitchen, and it was really fucking busy. I was getting hammered at lunchtime, right? And he was just gone for like 2 hours over the busiest time. I'm like, where the fuck is he? And when he finally got back, I'd had enough, so I had to go at him. And he's like grabbed me. He grabbed me by the fucking neck and slammed me against the wall. And I'm like, shit! Like all the knives are within reach. He's going to end up stabbing me then. So I did exactly what you guys are saying now. I remained calm as I could while I was shitting my pants. So I didn't try and disarm him. That's the point I'm making. So that's what I would do in real life, is stay calm. But fuck you, Jimmy. I quit that day. Anyway, 227. You explain to Amir your mission to aid Edgevale in their fight against the Ice Pirate, and that you seek the Inferno Blade as the key to victory. Amir's demeanour shifts as he recognises your words' weight and lowers his weapon. If you're a friend of Sidel, then you're a friend to me as well. My apologies for my actions earlier, he says, sheathing his dagger. The Guardians of Flame have safeguarded the location of the blade for ages. While it has the power to defeat the Ice Pirate, it also holds the potential for untold destruction. We must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. Mine might be the wrong hands, for all I know. For generations, my brothers and I have guarded the ancient relic, the Inferno Blade. Amir warns you. It's a powerful weapon, one that should not fall into the wrong hands. But with the Ice Pirate risen once more, I understand your need to seek it out. You'll find it hidden beneath the citadel, but be warned, my brothers have pledged their very lives to protect it. They won't hesitate to stop you unless you can give them the passcode. This is a sacred duty, and they take it very seriously. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. The code is 5-3, the number of Guardians who first hit the blade. Right, we need to note that down. That's an important thing, guys. Always note down important things, yeah? 5-3. There we go. It's on the sheet. Now we head for the citadel. So make a note of the passcode on a sheet. I just did that. I should have turned the page. I jumped the gun. Jumped the gun. Section 53 later. Well, you never know. You never know. The fiery orb of the sun sinks below the horizon as you traverse through the bustling streets towards the heart of the desert city, the grand citadel of sands looming ahead. The closer you get, the more the crowds thin, as if the imposing fortress casts a shadow of fear. A lone figure catches your eye as you finally stand before the towering walls. A ragged beggar sitting idly in the sand at the base of the citadel. His weathered face turns up to you as he speaks. What brings a traveller such as yourself to the Citadel of Sands? The Citadel holds many secrets, but also many dangers. We've got 3 options here, guys. We can ignore the beggar and walk past. We can give him a coin and enter, or we can have a chat with him. We can talk to him with no exchange of money. So, ignore him, give him some money, and go in, or stop and talk to him. Which may lead to giving him money or ignoring him, who knows. Give him a coin. We have got plenty of coins, haven't we? We have got plenty of coins. Right, shall we update our coin list? 55 gold, look at this. We're rolling in it. We're rolling in it. Maybe we should hit the markets after this. So we're given a coin. Turn to 179. Your hand reaches for your coin purse. Coin purse. Searching for a suitable offering. You know that the information he holds about the dangers ahead could be the key to your survival in this treacherous land. You pull out a gleaming gold piece. It could buy you valuable information, or even safe passage through the Citadel of Sands. The beggar's eyes light up as you hold out the coin, a hint of greed and opportunity in his gaze. For a moment you wonder if it'll be enough, but you know you have to try. Remove 1 gold from your sheet, I will, and turn to 14. You, don't look like you belong in these parts, stranger, says the beggar, a sly grin creeping across his face. You reply that you've come to explore the castle. The beggar's expression turns serious. He stands to his full height, revealing an unexpected bulkiness and the hilt of a sword at his waist. I'm afraid you can go no further, he says firmly. Without the passcode, you'll not be getting past these gates. If you know the passcode, turn to the number you've been given. Otherwise, turn to 276. We've been given a number. 53. You confidently recite the passcode. 53, a number chosen to honour our ancient brothers, you reply. The beggar's face breaks into a smile, and he embraces you warmly. Well done, he says. You are indeed one of us, even though you may not look the part. Oh, excuse me. But be warned, the Citadel holds dangers beyond count. We've guarded this place for generations, but have not once set foot inside ourselves since our ancestors first hid the blade. I can offer you no advice but to keep your wits about you. The blade is beneath the Citadel, so you must find a route to the lower levels. With that, the beggar steps aside, allowing you to enter the Citadel, ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Beware, adventurer, the beggar calls after you. Should you find yourself trapped in the depths of the Citadel, remember the ancient incantation. Awaken the hidden door. It may just be your path to freedom. Good luck on your quest. That's something we should be writing down, guys, yeah? Awaken The hidden... Oh, learn to spell. The hidden door. Turn to 161. I will. The Citadel of Sands looms ahead, its walls made of ancient sandstone worn down by the relentless winds of the desert. As you approach the massive wooden doors, you can see they've stood the test of time, their intricate carvings still visible despite the harsh elements. But the door is tightly sealed, and it will take all your strength to break through. Do we try and break down the door, or do we look for another way in? I mean, if the carvings, if the door's still in good shape, and it's tightly sealed, breaking it down could be tricky. But if we try and find another way in, we already know this place is dangerous. We don't know what other dangers we may come across, guys. You think look for another way in? Alright, let's try. See what other way there is in. You spot a section of the wall worn down by the relentless sandstorms. You pull out your sword and begin to chip away at the loose stones, creating a hole just large enough for you to slip through. That was easy. That was easy. Probably bad? Not necessarily. There are some choices you can make in here that are obviously stupid ideas, I think there is at least one section where it gives you a chance to sort of get out. But if you still choose to make a stupid decision, you've got to live with the consequences. But you know, there might be bad decisions, but they're not necessarily life-ending decisions. So you make your way. Oh, hang on. Where did we turn to? (243). Yes. So you make your way across the entrance hall, your footsteps echoing off the sandstone walls. As you reach the grand door, you take a moment to admire its intricate carvings of ancient battles and kings long forgotten. With a steady push, the door opens with a groan, revealing the grand chamber beyond. The throne room stretches out beyond you, its grandeur now faded with time. A large dais stands at the far end, upon which a grand throne sits, its once gilded surface now dull and worn. A towering statue of a fierce warrior stands guard behind the grand throne, its chiseled features and imposing stance a testament to the power and might of the ancient kings who once sat upon the throne. Two doorways flank the throne, so we've chipped through, we've bypassed the initial entrance to the castle, and we've come straight to the throne room. And we've got three options. We can inspect the throne, or there are two doors behind the throne. We can try the door at the left or the door at the right. So look at the throne, or check either of those doors. Let's look at the throne. Let's sit on it. I'm the king now. I'm the king. The throne, crafted from the same red sandstone as the citadel itself, glimmers in the dim light. Intricate patterns of jewels and gold adorn its surface. As you examine the throne, you can't help but wonder if any of the precious adornments could be pried loose with your dagger. Do we want to try and loosen some jewels from this throne, or leave it alone? Remember, which one was it? Was it the was it Death Trap Dungeon we did the other day, or another one where there was a giant jade idol or something, and it had two like emerald eyes, and we started picking them out, and we got attacked by shit, and we died there. Better leave it alone. Yeah, I would leave it alone. I would leave it alone. With a glance at the glittering jewels and gold inlaid on the throne, you resist the urge to pry them loose. You've heard tales of traps and curses on such treasures in these ancient ruins. Instead, you cautiously step back, and your gaze falls upon the door to the right, slightly ajar. Without hesitation, you make your way towards it, pushing it open to reveal a dimly lit passage stretching out before you. Death Trap Dungeon. Oh god, Death Trap Dungeon was such bullshit. 226, that's where we're going. As you step through the door's threshold, the musty air of the passage envelops you. The dim light casts eerie shadows along the walls, casting an ominous glow on the ancient stone. The passage stretches out before you, its length uncertain, but you press on. As you progress down the passage, your eyes scan the wall, searching for any signs of a potential exit. Your attention is drawn to an alcove on the left, where a door stands firmly in place, its weathered surface and rusted handle hinting at its age and disuse. Do we continue up the passage or open the door? That's 140. Always open. Yeah, we do like to explore. You enter the room and realise it's completely empty. No furniture, no decorations, nothing but bare walls. As you turn to leave, you notice that the door through which you entered has vanished, replaced by a cracked wall covered in mysterious writing. You lean in closer to inspect the markings and can make out a few words. Speak the incantation. That's it. The wall is closed up. It's now just a crack there. We turn to 83. You search your memory, desperately trying to recall if anyone had spoken of an incantation before. If you cannot think of anything, then you will surely be stuck in this room forever. Suddenly, a phrase echoes in your head, and you speak it loudly. We've got 3 options, but I think we know what we're going to pick. The options are unlock the secrets, awaken the hidden door, or open the veil. We've been told by the beggar, if we got stuck in here, awaken the hidden door was what to say. So that's what we're going to say. The words of the incantation echo through the empty chamber, and to your surprise, the very walls begin to shift and contort. The cracks in the brick seem to dance and rearrange themselves, forming a large iron door where once there was only solid stone. With a roar of determination, you throw your weight against the ancient door, straining against its unyielding mass. The door creaks and groans, but finally gives way, revealing a staircase that winds deep into the earth. You take a deep breath and steel yourself for the unknown as you begin your descent into the darkness. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, they lead you into a small room. The air is thick with the smell of death and decay. Your eyes scan the room, noting the pressure plates on the floor, clearly set to spring some deathly trap. The only way to continue your quest is to cross the plates and reach the opening on the other side of the room. You can't help but feel a chill run down your spine as you glance at the skeleton of a long-dead adventurer lying beside the pressure plates, a grim reminder of the danger that awaits. There he is. He's dead. Do we inspect the skeleton or inspect the plates? Are you the only one? Are you the only one choosing things? Maybe. Maybe. Other people are probably having their dinner. Or having a wank. Wanking into their dinner. Maybe. I don't know. They were out of mayonnaise, so they had to improvise. That could be a thing, right? So we can inspect the skeleton or inspect the plates. You've got the skeleton first. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What have you got to say for yourself, Boney? You crouch and look closer at the long-dead adventurer, their bones picked clean by time and the elements. There's an eerie resemblance between their attire and your own. You can't help but wonder what fate befell them in this treacherous place. A leather-bound journal lies discarded behind the skeleton. You quickly retrieve it and flip through its pages. You also find a health potion. It's useless to this adventurer now, you think, as you take it. It is useless to this guy now. We are swimming in health potions. We've got 4 of them now. We've had 1 combat. We could have had several by now, had we made other choices. But we're going to 241. So we've picked up the journal. We're going to read it. Right, pay attention. Once, in a faraway land, a great dragon named Magos ruled over the land. Magos was feared by all, as his breath could turn even the strongest of warriors to ashes. But one day, a brave knight named Aurelia challenged Magos to a duel. Aurelia knew that to defeat the dragon she needed to find its weakness. She searched high and low and eventually found a wise old wizard who told her that the dragon's weakness was a combination of 3 elements. With this knowledge, Aurelia set out to challenge Magos. When they met, Magos breathed fire at her, but she used her shield to deflect it back at the dragon, extinguishing its flames. Then she used her wind magic to blow away the smoke, leaving Magos disoriented. Finally, she unleashed a stream of water from her sword, dousing the dragon and putting out the last embers of its fire. With the dragon defeated, Aurelia emerged victorious, and the land was finally free from Magos' reign of terror. Turn to 192. So I hope you picked up the order there. You read and reread the pages of the leather-bound tome, and a glint of hope shines in your eye. It appears that the book holds valuable information that could help you navigate the trap laid out before you. With a deep breath, you steel yourself and step towards the first pressure plate. You study the pressure plates on the floor, arranged in a 3x3 grid. Each plate bears an intricate symbol etched upon it: a flame, a droplet of water, and a gust of wind. You can reread, yes, that's so. The next option is to check the skeleton, which you can read the journal again, or to step forward. So, do you want the story again? We'll get to the important bit, yeah? When they met, Magos breathed fire at her, but she used her shield to deflect it back at the dragon. Then she used her wind magic to blow away the smoke, leaving Magos disorientated. Finally, she unleashed a stream of water from her sword, dousing the dragon and putting out the last embers of its fire. Think we got it? We're going to step forward to the plates now. So, 1, 1, 4. We've got 3 plates. Flame, water, or wind. Which one do we step on first? I know the right one. Hopefully now we've heard the story 1.5 times, you know the right one. Flame. We turn to 252. You step cautiously onto the plate etched with a flame symbol. As it depresses beneath your weight, you hold your breath, expecting some trap to be triggered. But to your relief, nothing happens. You must have chosen the correct path. Ahead of you lies another row of plates, each bearing the same symbols of flame, water, and wind. Now you must choose your next step wisely, for one wrong move could spell disaster. Right, where to next? I'm turning to the page already because I know. Wind, you got this. It was an easy one to remember, right? We just padded it out with a whole story about a dragon and a wizard and some shit. You step onto the wind plate and again are relieved as nothing is triggered. The final choice awaits you. A single step on one of the 3 symbols before you, with the exit behind them. Let's just turn to it. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. You step onto the final plate safely and can now leave the room. You're grateful to have avoided the fate of the adventurer who came before you, but you cannot shake off the feeling that the worst may still be yet to come. Water was the one. And now we turn to 271. The next room is a large chamber with flickering torches casting shadows on the walls. The walls are adorned with ancient symbols and carvings. A large pedestal sits in the center of the room, upon which sits a glowing crystal. In one corner of the chamber is a small altar on which sits a large book, and a large door stands at the opposite side. We can inspect the book, inspect the crystal, or go through the door. This is an important decision. They're all important decisions, but this is a really important decision. The book is good. Let's inspect the book. Books are good, aren't they? The ancient tome is bound in leather, and its pages are filled with strange images and symbols that seem to shift and change in the dim light. As you study the tome, you find it difficult to make sense of the ancient script, but you can make out one sentence that stands out from the rest. Follow the path of the serpent and avoid the breath of the dragon. Now, do we want to inspect the crystal or go through the door? Door? Straight away for the door. As you push open the door and enter a tunnel, you can feel a growing heat emanating beyond. You begin to make your way down the tunnel. The air is thick with the smell of smoke and ash, and you can feel the heat growing more intense with every step. The tunnel seems to be taking you deeper into the earth. Finally, the tunnel ends and you find yourself standing at the edge of a vast chamber. Before you, you see two holes, one at floor level and the other at eye level. Both holes are just about big enough for you to squeeze through, and you can see that they lead to different parts of the chamber. The floor level hole leads to a narrow passageway, while the eye level hole leads to a higher platform. Do we want to go through the floor level hole or the eye level hole? I wouldn't want to go through either hole. I've seen enough articles about like people like going caving and going through like these tiny bits and getting stuck upside down and shit, and then they just die in there. So it's not going to be me. Floor surface. Ah, you were paying attention, weren't you? Yes. Follow the path of the serpent. That's what it said. So that's what we're doing. Good choice. You drop to your belly and begin to squeeze yourself through the tight tunnel. As you reach the exit, there's barely enough space to stand in the tight passageway you find yourself in. You can see light coming from the end, and you know that it's your way out. You move slowly but surely, making your way towards the light. You emerge from the tight passage and find yourself in a chamber. Should have looked at the crystal. If we get to the end of it and you're still here, I can go through any options that we might have missed and what they could have led to, if you'd care to, or we can not do that. Whatever. Or the book's free to read on Kindle if you've got Kindle Unlimited, whatever that is. You emerge from the tight passage and find yourself in a chamber filled with molten lava. The heat is intense, and you can feel sweat pouring down your face. You quickly survey the room, searching for a way to escape. Your eyes are drawn to a small chain hanging from the underside of a platform above you, and a gap in the wall across the lava. Do we try for the gap, or do we jump to the chain? So the floor is lava. That's important to remember here. The floor is lava. So do you think we can make a jump that big? Maybe we can. We're quite athletic, I think. We are a renowned adventurer. We should be able to do a jump. But the chain, we could jump and swing across maybe. But has that got its own complications? Who knows? You think chain? Tex. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Tex? Right, let's get rid of this picture. Pow. You hurl yourself toward the chain, arms outstretched. You know this is your only hope of escaping the chamber filled with molten lava. You see the chain getting closer and closer, and you can feel the heat of the lava on your skin. As your fingers clasp the chain, the heat of the metal blisters your hands instantly, and you let out a cry of pain. The pain is unbearable, and you instinctively release your grip, dropping toward the lava. You're falling, and you know you're about to meet your demise. If you have any fate points and wish to use one, we have 5 fate points at the moment. We can do that. If we have the heart of an ice elemental, we do not. Or otherwise, we turn to 269, where we will surely fall in the lava. So I think, as we don't have the heart of an ice elemental, we should maybe use a fate point. I'm sure you will agree that's a good course of action. So that's down to 4 fate points. That's our first fate point used so far. So we turn to 1, 4, 5. Lucky we had fate points. That's exactly why I put them in, because I got so annoyed in fighting fantasy books of turning to a page and telling me I died through no fault of my own, which is why in this one we have the fate points so you can avoid those situations unless you've made an obviously stupid decision, in which case then you're gonna die. That was my rules in this book. Just as you're about to fall into the lava, you manage to snatch the bottom of the chain before it's too late. With all your willpower and strength, you keep a firm grip on the chain. You swing to the other side and land on the solid ground ahead of the gap before you. That's why you always cheat. Now you got this permission. Mate, you don't even need to cheat. It's part of the rules. It's part of the rules. Our Jedi's here. He just likes to listen sometimes. He was probably one that he wasn't having dinner. He was the one having a wank earlier, I guess. Whatever gets you off, it's fine. I'll send you all just audio of my voice. I can set up a little nanny cam that you can log into and just watch me as my everyday activities. You approach the gap with caution, peering into the darkness beyond. Your senses are heightened and you can feel an eerie sensation emanating from within. It's as if the very air is alive with the energy of both chilling cold and intense heat simultaneously. Turn to 66. Just FYI, guys, at this point, we could have had a hero score of 4 if we'd made other choices. We could have got some extra loot. We could have got some enhancements to our character. We could have had an upgrade. But we're still here. We're still alive. I don't know how we're necessarily going to fare in some other combats, of which we have also managed to avoid several so far, based on your choices. So well done, I guess. Pat on the back. And here we are. Where are we? Ping! Look what we find. So if you've been really bad, I wouldn't say bad. No. I mean, it's not bad. We're still alive, so it can't be bad. It might be challenging later on. We'll find out. The gap leads you into a grand chamber, the walls glimmering with a blue light. The walls are made of smooth, transparent ice that reflects the light in a mesmerizing way, making the room feel otherworldly. The floor's smooth and made of obsidian, and in the center of the floor stands a tall obsidian plinth, and upon it lies the object of your quest, the Inferno Blade. The sword is a work of art. The blade is wreathed in flames, and the hilt is intricately carved with images of dragons and other mythical creatures. You can feel your heart pounding with excitement. This is the key to defeating the Ice Pirate and saving your people. You reach out your hand and take hold of the Inferno Blade, feeling the power of the weapon flow through your body. You're ready for whatever lies ahead, for you are now the wielder of the Inferno Blade. We've got the fucking blade, guys. Part 1 of the quest is complete. We've got what we were here for. So let's get rid of sword and let's replace it with Inferno Blade. Nice. Sorry, we're not doing beans. I don't have any. They're gone. We might have some beans maybe next week for the charity stream. So there's an incentive to tune in. Let's see, where are we going? To 133. We've got the blade. Now we can go kill the pirate, right? Is it going to be that easy? Let's find out. With the Inferno Blade in hand, you retrace your steps through the treacherous halls and chambers, keenly aware that each of them may still contain dangers. As you make your way back to ground level, the heat of the desert sun beats down on you. You're once again in the Citadel of Sands. Your next step should be finding passage back to Edgevale. You make your way to the city gates, scanning the bustling streets for any sign of transport that could take you on the next leg of your journey. But as you survey the crowded thoroughfare, you find no carriages for hire. Just as your hopes begin to fade, your eyes fall upon a young couple loading a sturdy wagon with crates and barrels. You approach them and strike up a conversation, inquiring about their travels. They introduce themselves as traders, bound for the bustling port city of Riversend with their wares. Edgevale, your destination, lies but a short distance from Riversend, and you quickly come to an agreement with the traders, securing passage on their wagon for the next stage of your journey. Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? As the wagon trundles out of the gates of Red Rock, you settle in among the crates and barrels, feeling a little cramped but determined to reach your destination. The traders, Marcus and Kara, sit up front, guiding the horses with expert hands. Kara turns to you. I bet she's got expert hands. Her eyes curious. So, what brings a traveller such as yourself to Red Rock? She asks, her voice carrying over the clatter of hooves on cobblestones. We've got 3 options here. We can tell them about our quest. We can tell them that we were sightseeing, or we can tell them that our business is our own. AKA, fuck off. I don't know, that seems a bit rude, but I don't know. Is honesty the best policy? Do we want to tell everyone in the world we meet about our quest? Maybe not. Tell them we were sightseeing. Sightseeing what? Sand? Seen it. You think sightseeing? Alright. We'll do sightseeing. We go to 21. You tell them of your intention to explore the ancient ruins of the Citadel of Sands, but upon arrival you found that entry was forbidden. Undeterred, you decided to explore the famous bazaar at the heart of Red Rock, delving into its many shops and merchant stalls in search of treasures and curiosities. Sounds plausible, doesn't it? I believe it. If somebody told that to me, I'd go, yeah, I believe you. That's quite odd, Marcus says, his brow furrowed. We've been trading at the bazaar for the past week, and I'm certain we would have remembered encountering someone with your distinctive appearance. You don't blend in with these parts' usual patrons. Ooh. Do we change the subject or ask if he's calling us a liar? I don't know. I mean, what subject can we change to? Like, Kara's tits? We could talk about them all night. Let's close the book now, and we'll brainstorm. What does Kara look like topless? Probably quite wonderful. Quite wonderful. So, do we want to change the subject, or ask if he's calling us a liar? In which case, he's probably not going to carry us the rest of our way, is he? Change the subject is a sensible choice, isn't it? Pays to be sensible, I think, doesn't it? You steer the conversation away from yourself, sensing their suspicion. Instead, you inquire about their trading endeavours, the goods they specialise in, and their thoughts on various regions of the land. They seem eager to share their experiences and knowledge, and the tension from before dissipates as they delve into their tales of trade and adventure. Everyone's having adventures in this town. The wagon comes to a screeching halt, and Marcus's face contorts with worry. He points ahead, and you see an Arcan standing on the road ahead, bow fully drawn and aimed in your direction. Do we hide among the crates, or do we confront the Arcan? They might kill us. They might kill us. That's them. They're ready. They're ready for us. Are we ready for them? We've got the Inferno Blade. What do we care? You think hide? Hide among the crates? Okay. You crouch low behind the crates, your heart pounding in your chest. The Arcan's presence here can mean only one thing. They're after you. Your hand tightens around the hilt of the Inferno Blade, ready for whatever comes next. The Arcan's voice echoes through the air, a woman's voice, cold and commanding. Surrender the one you're hiding, and no one needs to get hurt, she calls out. You feel Kara's eyes on you, questioning, but you dare not move a muscle. The fate of your quest, and possibly your life, hangs in the balance. Do you shake your head and continue hiding, or do you confront the Arcan? I don't know, I mean, we're already hiding, so we can just carry on doing that. Or we could be a hero. Being a hero is a good idea, right? The Arcan may be skilled, but you will not stand idly by and let innocent lives be taken to protect your own. You unsheath your blade and ready yourself for battle. And we're fighting an Arcan assassin. Their enemy score is 5, their life is 6. Our hero score is only 2. So we've got to get 4 at least to do any damage to them. So we might actually take some points of damage here, guys. Ooh, look at that. Wait, what was the difference? 3. So that's 2 damage to it. That's 2 damage to it. Good. Good. Oh, fuck, another 2 damage. This is great. Let's roll one more time, shall we? Oh, no. So wait, what was the difference? The difference is 3. So we've just taken 1 damage. We've just taken 1 damage. 9. Let's go again. Way, that'll do. Health potions, we don't need to use them just yet, I don't think. I'm surprised this is our 2nd combat so far, and we could have had maybe half a dozen by now, or more, who knows. If you survive, we did. This Arcan is dead, so your picture, no, get off, get out. Turn to page or entry 80. Marcus steps forward. Thank you. I'm sure that Arcan would have killed us all if you'd not had acted. I regret to inform you, we cannot continue this journey with you. My wife's safety is of utmost importance, but please take one of my horses as a token of our gratitude. You understand the situation and express your thanks to Marcus before mounting the horse and bidding them farewell, wishing them safe travels. 250. push your horse to its limits, the wind whipping through your hair as you gallop through the dark. The road ahead is treacherous and uncertain, but you're determined to reach Edgevale no matter the cost. As you get closer to your destination, the air around you grows colder, the chill of an icy presence creeping up on you. Turn to 136. Who's creeping up on us now? You ride to your destination without incident. It just got cold then. And as you emerge from the forest on your horse, you're shocked to see the entire town of Edgevale covered in ice. Buildings, streets, even the people are frozen solid. You dismount your horse and lead it to a nearby hilltop to get a better view. Out at sea, you spot a large ship. It has to be the Frostfire, the ice pirate ship. You decide to set your horse free and make your way to the beach. The blizzard is fierce, and the snow stings your face as you trudge through it. The wind howls, making it hard to see much of anything. You feel numb. You struggle to move your legs. Do you have a silver ring? We don't have a silver ring, so we don't turn to 79. Otherwise, turn to 194. We didn't have the heart of an ice elemental. We don't have a silver ring. As you trudge through the blizzard, the icy winds howling around you, the bitter cold begins to seep into your bones. Your fingers and toes are numb, and your entire body is shivering. Every step feels like a struggle as the weight of the snow and the relentless cold press down upon you. Remove 2 life. We don't have much. We don't have much. Where are we? Health. So we're just removing 2 life as we're getting just battered by this snow that has frozen the town of Edgevale. Turn to 207. Will do. A small shack appears through the swirling snow, beckoning like a beacon of hope. You force your tired legs to move faster, the thought of warmth and shelter driving you forward. You finally reach the door, wrench it open and collapse inside, grateful for the respite from the unforgiving storm. Your eyes scan the single room, taking in the empty crates and scattered bottles. You quickly gather up what little dry wood you can find, and with some effort start a small fire in the corner. The flame flickers to life, casting a warm orange glow throughout the room. As you take a moment to rest and warm yourself by the fire, your eyes fall upon a small trapdoor in the floor, hidden among the debris. Do we investigate the trapdoor, or do we wait out the blizzard? I think, regardless, we should use a health potion now. They recover 5, but I'd rather not get in combat and start losing too much more. So that puts us down to 3 health potions and max health. Investigate the trapdoor. Why not? Let's have a good look around. You brush the debris aside to uncover the trapdoor. The sight of dried blood around it sends a chill down your spine. Scrawled on the door in blood, a warning in bold letters. Do not enter. Do you heed the warning, or do you open the trapdoor? It's a tough one. I mean, we already know we don't have many items. Could there be items down here? Could there be death down here? It does say do not enter, written in blood. Probably not a good sign. So do we want to heed the warning and leave it alone, or do we want to go in the trapdoor? I guess it's up to you, Tex. I think let's go in. That's my decision. I'm making an executive decision. You grip the metal ring attached to the trapdoor and pull it open. A putrid smell wafts up from the depths, making you hold your breath. Your eyes adjust to the darkness, and you can make out a set of steps leading down. Do we go down, or do we not go down? You've already said enter. That was for opening the trapdoor, I guess, but do you want to continue going down, or turn back? Let's go down, shall we? We are investigating, after all. You make your way down the narrow steps, the damp and musty air clinging to your skin. The low ceiling looms overhead, making you feel claustrophobic as you move deeper into the unknown. At the bottom of the stairs, you come across two doors, one to your right, the other to your left. To open the right door or the left door? There's no turning back now. We got to pick a door. The right door. Ooh. Oh no. I think I remember what's at the right door. Yep. You push open the door, and the putrid stench of decay assaults your senses. As you take a step forward, movement catches your eye at the far end of the chamber. Suddenly, a massive creature with the appearance of a slug lunges at you, its rows of razor-sharp teeth bared, and its breath reeking of death. You ready yourself for battle, knowing that this creature will not be easily defeated. We've got a picture of this. This picture made it into the book, which I'm happy with because I thought it was a fucking great one. Not great for our hero. There it is. Oh my goodness. This giant slug has an enemy score of 8. We cannot beat it without using fate points. It has a life of 20. So even if we used fate points to increase our dice rolls, we cannot do enough damage to it before we run out of fate points. So we are not getting out of this combat alive. that would be it. That would be game over. That would be game over, wouldn't it? Oh dear, oh dear. How does fate work here? Well, let's go over the fate rules. You can decide before rolling a die to increase the roll by 1. You can re-roll a dice, but you must accept the second roll. If you're prompted at certain points, like we did with the chain, or at the point of death, you can return to the previous option and change your mind. So that would be, yeah, here. We would die against this slug, so we go back to going, do you choose the right door or the left door? Can't remember what page that was. Now, if we had made another decision earlier on, we might have had a companion with us at this stage who could have helped us in this combat. But we don't. We never met him. Right, so 189. So we've used a fate point after dying. We didn't have to go through the whole act of dying. We knew it was going to happen. We couldn't win that fight. So we lose a fate point and we take the left door. What am I on? 189. You push open the door, and inside the small chamber, you're met with the sight of a long-dead adventurer. Their hand clutches tightly to a tattered piece of parchment. The words scrawled upon it speak of their quest for the secret of resurrection and their ultimate defeat at the jaws of a fearsome beast. Oh, I think we met that beast. Though their journey ended in tragedy, their discovery may prove valuable in your quest. So, do we want to return to the shack and wait out the blizzard, or try the other door? I think we want to go back to the shack, don't we? Who was that? His name's Rolf. Have we got a picture? We have got a picture of Rolf. Yeah. We could have met this handsome chap. Another adventurer who could have been useful if we had died in that combat, which we probably would have done. We definitely would have done. Anyway, we're returning to the shack and waiting out the blizzard. You huddle close to the fire, the chill still in your bones. Time is of the essence. The ice pirate's purpose in this frozen land must be close. You peek through the shutters, the snowstorm showing signs of abating. Finally. With the fire in the shack dying down, you quickly gather your gear and make for the door. The bitter wind still howls outside, but the snowfall has subsided enough for you to make your way. The frost fire is still anchored off the coast. You scan the frozen shoreline, searching for a means to reach the vessel, and then your eyes alight upon a small rowing boat. Without hesitation, you make your way towards it, each step crunching in the snow. You climb aboard and cast off, the winds and waves already testing the vessel's seaworthiness as you set your sights on the looming ship on the horizon. You approach the daunting frost fire. The ship looms above you, its icy exterior glistening in the moonlight. As you draw closer, you can hear the gentle lapping of waves against the hull, but no sign of activity on deck. You scan the ship, searching for a way to board. Your eyes catch sight of rope ladders hanging from the bow and stern of the vessel, providing a potential route onto the ship. You weigh your options, deciding which ladder to climb. Do we go to the bow or the stern? One end of the ship or the other? The stern. Good idea. Why not? You maneuver your boat to the aft of the vessel and grasp hold of the climbable rungs, hoisting yourself up. You approach a window, suspecting it to lead into the captain's quarters. You peer inside and find the chamber empty. Your gaze falls upon a hefty ledger resting on a sturdy wooden table, positioned at the heart of the room. We can try and open the window, or we can continue climbing to the top, presumably to the upper deck of the ship. So, or we can go into this cabin. Window. Try the window. Good idea. You use your free hand to carefully push open the window to the cabin. You hoist yourself up and climb through, landing silently on the floor inside. You inspect the ledger on the table. One page reveals a map of the surrounding lands with various towns circled. Edgevale bears a striking red X marking its destruction. The opposite page contains a cryptic message scrawled in a bold hand. Commence in Edgevale, locate and eliminate Sidel. Retrieve his guarded treasure. Riversend and Meadowgate must fall next. Astria and Elrizor hold crucial pieces. Bring them all to me. Do not disappoint me. I have the power to bring you back from the brink of oblivion, and I can send you back just as easily. And it's signed, Alaric. Oh, turn to 34. You arrive too late to save Edgevale, but there may still be hope for Riversend and Meadowgate. The name Astria and Elrizor are foreign to you, but Alaric resonates with you as if you've heard it before. Your mind questions his motives and how the ice pirate fits into his sinister plot. The ship comes to life with a sudden jolt and begins to sail forward. Not knowing the size of the crew on board, it becomes imperative to find a safe place to hide and wait until the vessel reaches its intended port of call. Turn to 236. You strain your ears, picking up the sound of shuffling feet and murmured voices from the crew above. Your thoughts wander as you ponder the ship's destination. Will it venture to another town now that Edgevale has fallen, or is it making its way back to the icy fortress of the Ice Pirate? You lose track of time. You don't know how long you've been sailing, but finally you hear a noise from above and the sound of the anchor falling to the ocean. Whatever the ship's destination is, you have arrived. You emerge from your concealed location as the sounds of the crew slowly fade away. With caution, you venture onto the main deck, eager to survey your surroundings. You lay eyes upon the formidable fortress that stands before you, the infamous hideout of the Ice Pirate. Your journey has finally brought you to this treacherous place, and now you must ready yourself for the challenges that await. Good night to you, Jaime. Thanks for coming by, man. Hope to see you maybe next week. I'll be here all day, so it's at your convenience. You can just show up. Sure, we're starting about 8:30 in the morning, so what's that, 9:30 your time? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. But we're here all day. You stand before the towering fortress. Its entrance a massive gateway that beckons you forward. But before you make your way inside, a commotion draws your attention. The sound... I just started today, actually. Mrs. Rusty got me the Dead Space remake for my birthday, so I've been playing that loads. But I just started Hogwarts this evening, so I've only just done sort of the introduction bit. So I'm quite enjoying it so far. I think it'll be quite fun. So the sound of shouting reaches your ears, and as you cautiously approach, you discover a group of captives hailing from the fallen town of Edgevale, being led down a treacherous path by the Ice Pirates' crew. Do we follow the prisoners, or do we head through the gateway into the tower? I mean, they got themselves into this. They can get themselves out of it. So final battle, it could be a final battle. We'll see. I mean, if it's anything like the Slug, though, we won't have much of a chance. We head for the gateway. Yeah, fuck those prisoners. They're on their own. The entrance to the fortress is a massive stone archway. The towering pillars that support the arch are carved with intricate designs and symbols of the Ice Pirates, depicting their power and mastery over the tundra. The gates are made of thick iron bars, reinforced with steel and adorned with spikes to deter intruders. Despite their imposing appearance, the gates are said to be enchanted, making them nearly impossible to breach without the proper key or spell. Is Rolf with us? No, he's not, so we have to turn to 96. We don't have a Rolf with us. You draw the Inferno blade from its sheath. The blade's power ignites within you as you prepare to tackle the iron gate. With a swift stroke, you thrust the sword forward, slicing effortlessly through the thick metal and creating an opening into the fortress. As you step inside, you find yourself in a large chamber with high vaulted ceilings. The floor is cold and hard. The walls adorned with flickering torches, casting eerie shadows that dance along the stone walls. The atmosphere is tense, and you can sense that danger lurks around every corner. To your left, there's a sturdy side door, while straight ahead of you, a wide staircase winds its way upwards to the upper levels of the fortress. To your right, a dimly lit passageway leads to the rear of the building. We can head up the stairs, we can try the door to our left, or we can head up the passageway ahead of us. Where could that ice pirate be? In the freezer? Maybe. No, there are no freezers in Fantasyland. I have a feeling we'll get to the pirate and that'll be it. We'll die. You think the door's good? Let's have a look. You grasp the tarnished doorknob and twist it, pushing open the door. The once elegant side room of the fortress is now in a state of disrepair, like much of the rest of the building. The shelves that once displayed delicate teapots and ornate figurines are now cluttered and dusty, with the fine porcelain and glass items smashed and strewn about the room. Do we investigate the room further? Head out into the stairs or head out into the passageway? Too many options. If anything, investigate the room further. Let's have a look. With a swift kick, you clear your way through the larger debris in the cluttered room, and a glint of something catches your eye. Bending down, you retrieve a wooden figurine from the rubble. Despite some chipped paint, the sailor figure is still in relatively good condition. So we found a sailor figure. Let's write that down, shall we? Sailor figure. So now we can head out to the stairs or we can head out to the passage. Good find. Is it? What if it's cursed? What if it... We'll find out. Not even a statue, it's a butt plug. The passage. Alright, 109. You traverse the dimly lit rear passage and find yourself in a grand dining hall. The dust-covered room is dominated by two imposing wooden tables, with a shorter table on a raised platform. Cobwebs cling to the corners of the room and drape from the ceiling like curtains. A statue of a regal lady stands watch over the table on the platform. At the room's far end, a staircase winds its way upward, leading to unknown heights. Do we go up the stairs, or do we inspect the statue? I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. I knew it. The statue depicts a beautiful lady with flowing robes and an elegant pose. Her hands are gracefully clasped in front of her. I think we have a picture of this statue, actually. I'm sure that was one. She didn't make it to the book, I don't think. There we go. Her hands are gracefully clasped in front of her, and a noticeable groove circles her neck, hinting that a necklace may have once adorned her. Despite the film of dust that covers the statue, its intricate details and serene expression suggest it was once a true masterpiece. Do we have a necklace? No, we don't. So we must turn to 138, because we don't have the necklace. Bye, statue lady. You turn to the winding staircase at the end of the room, eager to explore what lies ahead. I'm so thrilled to explore what lies ahead. So it leads up. You step into a kitchen, your gaze sweeping over the tidy surroundings. Unlike the other desolate chambers of the fortress, this area exudes a sense of care and upkeep. You search the cabinets and discover provisions fit for consumption. We can recover 4 health points. It's a shame we use that potion now. We could have got away with that. We don't have to recover anything right now. Never mind then. Turn to 41. So, standing in the first floor corridor, you ponder which route to take. Do we take the first door on the right, the second door on the right, the first door on the left, or the second door on the left, or the stairs leading up? So we got 5 options. We've got doors on the left and right, 2 of each, or we've got stairs that go up. Second left. Turn to... that takes us back to the room we just came from. So back to the kitchen and then back out into this corridor. So we took a back stairs from the dining room to the kitchen, which has now taken us to the first floor, which would have been those main stairs from where we first came into the tower. So second left, that's the kitchen. Second right now. Second door on the right is 1, 2, 4. You burst into the chamber, your gaze drawn to the stacks of treasure chests, each overflowing with riches. Your heart races as you fling open the lids of several chests, spilling forth glittering piles of gold coins and precious gems. As your eyes scan the room, a brilliant crown, wrought from the purest gold and studded with magnificent jewels, catches your attention. You eagerly reach for it, your fingers trembling with excitement, knowing that this one treasure will secure your wealth for a lifetime. But you quickly remember your quest, vowing to return and claim your rightful reward once it's complete. I mean, do we want to do that? We can return to the corridor and come back for the crown later, or we can put the crown on now. Oh, bang. Not now. Good idea. Good idea. So, back to the corridor. We've got... You think it's cursed? It might be. I actually honestly can't remember. I've written another one book, not like this, but it's aimed towards much younger children. It's just a basic choose your own adventure branching story. It's got like 19 different endings, so you can read it in like 5 minutes or whatever on your pass. And there's a crown in there, but if you put that on, it turns you into a tree, and you take the place of a magical tree that lured you into the adventure in the first place. I wouldn't have done the same thing in 2 books, would I? I might have, who knows? I honestly don't remember. So, anyway, we've now got... Where have we done? We've done second left and second right. So we've got first left, first right, or stairs going up. Yeah, it's nice to have rules. You're a bit more involved in it then, rather than just reading. First left. First door on the left is 159. You enter a dimly lit chamber filled with all manner of supplies and provisions. Rows of shelves are stacked with crates and barrels, while the far end of the room holds large casks and sacks overflowing with foodstuffs, tools, and other essentials. You quickly take a bite of the more edible looking food, recovering 4 health points. Giant cobwebs hang from the corners of the ceiling. The air is heavy with the musty scent of damp wood and old cloth. Do we want to investigate this room further or return to the corridor? Can't take food. No, we can't take food. Not unless it tells us. We have to eat it while we're there. Investing. Oh, no, really? I told you what this room looked like, didn't I? It's full of cobwebs. Big ones. As you delve deeper into the storeroom, your eyes dart across the shelves, searching for anything that may aid you in your quest. You come across a vial of shimmering red liquid, a potent health potion. Well, there we go. We got another health potion. We'll need these, I'm sure, if we make it to the final battle. Despite the room being enveloped in a shroud of dust, the webs spun by long-forgotten spiders remain untouched. Do we leave the room or investigate the cobwebs? Investigate the cobwebs. Are you crazy? Alright, here we go. Oh. Who didn't see this coming? Who didn't see this coming? What is it? It's 2. Uh-oh! With curiosity piqued, you reach out to inspect the sprawling cobwebs in the corner of the storeroom. As your fingers touch a delicate silk strand, a deafening boom echoes through the chamber. Instinctively, your gaze darts upward to behold a grotesque mutated spider hurtling towards you, its venomous fangs bared for the kill. You want to see the pic? So, the spider has an enemy score of 6 and life of 12, so we need to get 5s or 6s to harm it. Yikes. Oh great. Okay, so that's 3 damage to us. Let's get health up. Let's get health up. That's equal. That's fine. We don't take any damage there. That's 2 damage to the spider. So the spider's on 10 right now. Oh dear. Oh no, wait, that's 3 damage. So we should have taken 2 before, so that puts us on 5 then. My bad, my bad. Health potions during battle? Of course we can use them during battle. I told you, this is like how I would play Fighting Fantasy on easy mode. So I just made that the rules. All the house rules that everyone does, like you put a finger in every page and go, yeah, no, I'll keep it there in case I want to go back. That's just the actual rules in this. And if we want to play this on easy mode and change the rules, then we're going to do it. 6, that's another 2. So the spider's now on 8 health. That's fine. That's good. Let's keep rolling. Boom! It's on 7 health. Oh, look at that. Another 5. So it's on 6 health. We're doing good. We've got it halfway down. We've got it halfway down. Right, get out of here, dice. I get confused with you stacking on top of each other. 4, that's the difference. So we don't do any and we don't take any. 6, that's another 2. He's on 4. He's on fewer hit points than us. 1, ah shit. That puts us on 2. That puts us on 2 health points. Let's take one of our potions to put us then up to 7. Let's get rid of the picture because it's in my way. And that's 1 potion down. Okay, let's keep going. That's 1. He's on 3 hit points. Shit, we lose one. Health, health, health. See, I normally have this set up so I can just press the buttons on the thing and do it. But I didn't have time today. Oh shit. Another one down. Come on. Give me a 6. Fuck. Give me a 6. 5 will do. He's on 2 hit points. See, when we do the fighting fantasy, we have a little internet roller up here that we can just put the stats in. Maybe we need to just make one for this. 6. Boom! That will do. That's enough. That's enough. We should use a potion. No, let's wait, because maybe we'll get to eat some food. If we survive, turn to 41. We've just somehow made it. I think we've got 1 room left, have we? Assuming we're going to go there. First door on the right we've got left, and the stairs leading upward. So shall we try the first door on the right? May as well have done all of them. It does, yeah, it does, doesn't it? And you take some damage if you escape. Yeah, we haven't got that here. I didn't want to. I want it to be like faithful to Fighting Fantasy, but I didn't want to like completely copy it. You know. The sound of clanging steel and the scent of oiled metal fills the air as you push open the doors. The room is vast, filled with rows upon rows of shining armor, weaponry, and other combat equipment. Racks of gleaming swords, axes, and maces line the walls, reflecting the flickering light of the torches. You spy racks of crossbows and piles of arrows alongside stacks of sturdy shields. You're taken aback as a gleaming bolt whizzes by your ear, and you swiftly spin around to face your attacker. Standing before you is a menacing, armoured skeleton pirate, its bony finger still twitching from firing its deadly shot. He's got enemy score of 7, so we need to roll 6s to do any damage to him, and his life is 14. I would say we're going to be here forever doing this fight. And we might make it through if we roll enough 6s, but we'll definitely get through all of our hit points. That's not even him. This isn't even the ice pirate. I wonder, is this one? Well, we haven't got enough fate points though. There's not enough fate points in the world for this fight. He's got 14 life points to take down. We roll a 6, that's only going to take 1 off. I don't think we're going to roll 14 6s and be able to keep our health and health potions. So I think we might have to fate point it out of this room, which is a real shame. Yeah. Because I don't think we make it out of here. Otherwise, I don't think we can do. We can't beat him. We can't beat him, which is a real shame. Because he had some great loot. He had some real great loot that would have really helped us. But we've missed some stuff earlier that would have helped us against this guy. So we're back in the corridor, and the only other place now is to go up the stairs. Keen to track down the ice pirate, you head up the stairs to the 2nd floor. 2, 3, 3. The staircase winds upward, leading you to the top level of the frozen fortress. As you step off the last stair, you're immediately struck by the intense chill that permeates the air. Your breath mists in front of you, and your skin prickles with the cold. The entire room is encased in ice, from the floor to the ceiling. Light streams in from a huge window that covers the north wall, illuminating the massive wooden table that stands in the centre of the room. The table is cluttered with maps, paper and trinkets, evidence of the ice pirate's schemes. In the far corner of the room... Sorry, just needed a cough. In the far corner of the room, the ice pirate stands with his back to you, his gaze fixed out the window and into the frozen wasteland beyond. This is it, guys. We made it to the end. We're not going to win because we can't beat him, I don't think. With a menacing, slow turn, the ice pirate faces you. The chill in the air intensifies as you take in the horrifying sight of his skeletal frame. Encased in a mixture of ice, snow and flesh, Dead, empty eye sockets seem to pierce through you as he raises his bony hands to the ceiling, and a blizzard materializes out of thin air, swirling above your head. Are you wearing a silver ring? We're not, so we turn to 63. Do it like Arya. we could. 63. The blizzard rages on, battering your body with its relentless chill. The snow blinds you, making it difficult to keep track of the ice pirate's movements. You struggle to maintain your footing as the frigid winds whip around you, and you can feel the pirate's advantage growing stronger with each passing moment. The showdown could prove to be the end of your adventure and possibly your life. I think that's quite likely. The ice pirate brandishes his icy sword, its shimmering blue edges glistening with malice. As he swings at you, you deftly block the attack with the Inferno blade. The pirate's once emotionless visage transforms into a mask of disbelief as his weapon begins to drizzle with melted water. He charges at you with a roar of anger, intent on ending the battle in a swift and decisive blow. The ice pirate has a higher enemy score than that slug that we couldn't beat. We won't be able to beat him. And we can't use fate points to turn back anywhere else, because this is the final battle. There's nowhere else to go but here. So unfortunately, it looks like our adventure does end here. We don't defeat the ice pirate. We don't find out what he was up to. At least a last drink. We could melt him and drink him. Let's think outside the box. Let's see what happens after that. Battling him would have taken us to the last chapter. Health potions are fine, but the difference between our scores is 7, which I'm not going to be able to roll on a 6-sided dice, and I've only got 2 fate points. So that, unfortunately, marks the end of our adventure. Would you like me to tell you a few places we could have made a difference and bumped up our scores and got some other stuff? Or, like I say, if you've got Kindle Unlimited on Amazon, I don't know how that works, but apparently you can read it for free on Kindle if you have Kindle Unlimited. Rolf. So, we could have met Rolf if we had made a different choice with Marcus and Kara, the traders who were taking us out of Red Rock they were going to River's End. Depending on our choices, they could have turned out to be spies. Oh, you ordered it. I won't tell you then. I won't tell you. But anyway, depending on our choices there, it may have led to how we then continue travelling, and we might have met Rolf. But who knows? You ordered it. Well, that's very kind. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this reading of it today. Unfortunately, we didn't make it, but we could have potentially. Let's see. We could have had a hero score of. We could have had a hero score of 6 going into this. Going into that final battle. If we had made some different decisions throughout the story, we could have got several upgrades that would have bumped us up. Do I earn the same amount if someone gets it with Kindle Unlimited? With Kindle Unlimited, you get paid on page reads. So I would say probably not. I don't know. Depends how many times people flip between the pages. So maybe a book like this would benefit you if they keep flicking between different pages. But no, I make about £2 per book for this. But that's very kind that you bought one as well. But I hope you've enjoyed the reading of it today. This is the first planned of a series. They're all standalone adventures, but there is an interlinked overarching story and plot that you may have picked up a few subtle hints of within this story that will be resolved in a later adventure. But look out for the next one, The Secret of Dragon's Blood. We're working on it right now. It was actually going to come out before this one, but I love pirates, you know me, so we did the pirates one first. You had the stream on, but you were ignoring me. I'm used to that. You're a creator of a Gamebook website. Are you really? What is the website, if I can ask? And you entered it online. Oh, is that the website you put in? That's what the 3 stars popped up in my chat. Try and put spaces in between it. We can check out your website text. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Secret of Dragon's Blood. Yes. So that one, like I say, that one was planned a long time before this one. In fact, it was actually started writing that one as a story, not a game book, for my daughter when she was born, and she's nearly 5. So that one has been sort of rattling around in my head for a good few years. Gamebooks.org. We're gonna head there. We're gonna head there then. Thanks for entering on. That's very kind. So we're going to be back, guys, next Thursday. It's the 27 hour charity live stream. We're supporting Special Effect, a fantastic charity here in the UK. So if you can tune in, then we're starting at 8:30 a.m. and going around till 11:30 a.m. on the Friday. So it's a long old day, but it's our 8th time doing it, 8th year doing it. It's going to be some good fun. We'll be doing all sorts. We are doing a fighting fantasy in the morning. I don't know which one yet, but we're going to do a fighting fantasy at 10:30 in the morning then. So we'll have some more reading going on then. And then we'll probably take a little break from streaming while I can recover on my sleep. You have 1,200 game books. Oh my god, text. 1,201 now, thanks to ordering this. Well, I hope when you play it, you enjoy it. I'm going to head to bed now, but thanks so much for hanging out. It's been really nice meeting you, and Jedi, it's always a pleasure having you here as well. I hope you enjoy the book as well. Let me know. Let me know. Hit me up, ping me a message or something. But that's it from me tonight, guys. I've got to go to bed because it's going to be a busy, busy day. Oh, why is that not working either? Sorry, Jedi. We'll sort you out for next week. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Me and Minnie Rusty are going to go swimming, and she's going to have her first game of Hero Quest in the morning. So I better get some sleep because it's going to be a long old day tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. All right? Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-zies.